I'm working late today. Me too. I don't like this new office. Me too. What if I told you that native speakers don't talk like that? Well, at least they don't talk like that all the time. So stop saying me too all the time, because I'm going to give you 5 awesome alternatives that will make your English more natural. Hi friends, welcome back to English for Tech Professionals, the channel where we help you speak English with confidence and ease at work and beyond, of course. I'm Anna Kondrabura, your English and effective communication coach, and I'm here with the new portion of English for you. So today I'm going to teach you 5 awesome phrases that you can use instead of saying me too all the time. I will also point out one very common mistake that I would say that 99% of English learners make when they want to just say me too. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe for more practical English lessons. And if you find this video useful, if you like it, don't forget to show me your love. Your engagement really helps our channel grow. All right, let's get to it. Let's start with an example. So here's an example. I am joining the call at 3. And you want to agree to that sentence. So you're going to say, so am I. So am I means me too. Me too, I am also joining the call at 3. So the pattern here is so plus auxiliary verb plus object. The object can be anyone. I, we, they, etc. The auxiliary verb depends on the original sentence. It can be am, is, are, do, does, have, has, will, can, did, etc. So here's an example. I have finished the report. What would you say if you want to agree with this sentence? I will give you a few seconds to think about it. So I have finished the report. So have I. Have is an auxiliary verb for present perfect, and I because you're saying me too. However, for example, if you were speaking on behalf of your team, you could say so have we. So it doesn't always have to be I, it can be we as well. I have a few more examples for you. So here's a sentence you need to agree with. I can help with testing. What would you say? So can I. Here's another one. I work remotely on Fridays. So, not work I, but so do I. I work on Fridays, so do I. I worked last Friday, so did I. So technically, when you say so plus auxiliary plus the object, it is a more, I would say, sophisticated and an advanced way of saying me too. Me too is very conversational. But if you are, let's say, talking to a client, if you're in a more formal setting, you want to say, so do I, or so did I, or so can I. It just sounds more, like I said, sophisticated and more advanced. But also, you have to know this phrase because you want to understand other native English speakers, and they use this phrase all the time. So remember, if you want to agree with someone on something, me too, so, auxiliary, an object. The second phrase I'm about to teach you works with the negative sentences. Let me bring back my example from the beginning of this video when I said, I don't like this new office, and the response was me too. This is actually grammatically incorrect to say me too if you are agreeing with a negative sentence. I don't like this new office is a negative sentence. We can't use me too when we agree with a negative statement. Instead, we have to say this. Let's start again. I don't like this new office. Me neither. Not to, me neither. Or, for example, I'm not available tomorrow. Me neither. Not me too, okay? I don't like that movie. What would you say in this case? I don't like that movie. Me neither, exactly. But there is another alternative to say me neither that is more, I would say, formal, right? So me neither is very informal. We use it left and right all the time in any kinds of situations. But let's say if you are delivering a more formal speech or you're talking to a client, you might want to use a different construction. Again, this is the construction that we use when we want to agree with a negative statement. So let me give you some examples and let me show you how it works. Let's look at this example. I'm not sure this will work. And your response is, neither am I. So you use neither, just like so, auxiliary verb plus object, right? Sounds very similar. Again, the auxiliary verb matches the original sentence and the object matches the object that you want to do. Let's do a few more examples together. Here's another one. I don't understand this requirement. What are you going to say? Neither do I. Be aware that you don't need to use not when you say neither, because neither already is negative. Here's another example. I haven't seen the update yet. Neither have I. I can't join the meeting. Neither can I. You probably have noticed that this is the exact same pattern with so, except we use so to agree with the positive statements and we use neither to agree with the negative ones, but they are identical in the way we make our response. Okay, next up is more casual than the previous phrase. Check out this example. So imagine you need to agree with the statement. The statement goes, I'm not ready to leave yet. It's also a negative statement. And your response is you want to agree. You want to say, yes, me too. You say, I'm not either. So instead of starting with neither, you repeat the negative structure of the statement and you add either at the end. So here's a pattern. Negation, either, and that's it. Let's do more examples together. I don't like these new changes. I don't either. You don't even have to think about it, right? I haven't used this tool before. I haven't either. I can't access the file. I can't either. So you see, you just repeat the part of the sentence you just heard and add either in the end. So this option is very popular among native English speakers. You will see it a lot, especially in informal work chats. And finally, I've saved the simplest one for the last. So if you've made it this far, consider it your reward because it's the easiest one and we like easy stuff, right? Here's an example. I am a bit overwhelmed this week. And the answer is, you want to agree with the statement. So the answer is same. That's it. You can just say same instead of me too or so am I, and it means the same thing. Same is informal though, but it's extremely common and popular, especially in chats, in casual conversations, and it also has an even more informal variation. You can say same here. I use it all the time, right? So when you hear something and you want to agree with what you're hearing, you can say same here. For example, I'm still figuring this out. Yeah, same here. I'm still learning English. Yeah, same here. All right, I feel like we need a quick recap here, right? Let's summarize it. Instead of saying me too all the time, try using a more advanced alternative, so plus auxiliary plus I, for positive agreement, right? When you are agreeing to a sentence that is positive. Use neither plus auxiliary plus I when you are agreeing with the negative statement. Use me neither when you are agreeing with the negative statement. It is the same like me too. Use same or same here when you want to be really informal, like in chatting, for example, or a quick conversation with your colleague. But be careful if you are in a work meeting or you're making a work presentation. Same or same here might not be your option, but so or neither might be a great option for you here. These patterns will instantly make your English sound more natural and more confident. So tell me, which one do you already use? And tell me which one will you start using from now on? Let me know in the comments, please. And also share with me in the comments what topics would you like me to cover in the next video. And I'll see you in the next video. Remember, every Friday, come back for your new portion of English.